Oh, oh, now I see it. Okay.
Okay. So we started the story of Musa, and we're not satisfied with the translation, and we need to work on it. And I would say, I'm almost there in finding the truth because I, I naturally know how to jump from chapter to chapter to put it together. So I'm almost there. And once I give you the what I came to, you'll be like shocked how much the lies are there. I don't think I get to it today. We'll see. But at least I'm going to start to show you the thought process, like you follow the steps. And maybe, just like the teachers on Thursday, a little by little, they started to put the dots together themselves and finding the solution, the puzzle. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to share with you a little by little where we go, and then I'm sure the puzzle will be solved. So last week, that's what we worked on. It was the prayer of Musa or the request of Musa. So what did he say? He asked, he said, قال رب اشرح لي صدري. So he said, expand my chest. And of course, it's not the physical chest here. So what is within the chest? It's the heart. So basically, it's saying, expand in a way my ability to go through this task. And what is the task? وَيَسِّرْ لِي أَمْرِي. And the amr here is, I prefer to maybe keep it affair, and I will tell you why. And is my affair for me. So affair is like, you can put it in anything like a physical task or a non-physical task. So we'll see. And then he says, and وَحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِّن لِسَانِي. So far I kept it untie a knot from my tongue until, I'll find a better translation for it. يَفْقَهُ قَوْلِي. And so they can understand my speech, what I'm going to tell them. So there is a qawl here, there is a speech that he has to deliver. I mean, I'm saying now, there is a speech that he needs to deliver to Fir'aun and his people. وَاجْعَلْ لِي وَزِيرًا مِّنْ أَهْلِي, and appoint an assistant for me from my inner circle. And who's that person? He was specific, Haruna akhi. Harun, my brother. So which means he's already united with his brother. أشدد به أزري, strengthen my force with him. وأشركه في أمري, and you see, and have him share in my affair. But really, we used to translate shirk as associate. So he wants him to be, and have him as an associate, okay? Because usually that's what we say. To be sharik is to be an associate in my affair. So you see the word affair comes again. That's why I wanted to focus on it to tell you what is this amr that's coming out twice now within the same dua. كي نسبحك كثيرا. What's the purpose is really to move in your cause much, to remember you much. ونذكرك كثيرا, to remember you much. إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. Indeed, you were of us seeing. قال قد أوتيت سؤلك يا موسى. And this is really the best part here. This verse is the best, that we're going to talk about it a little bit. But before I move to this verse 36, before I get back, I want to show you the point of ruh. In Surah Al-Isra, we've seen it many times. وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الروح. When they ask you about consciousness, say, الروح من أمر ربي. So it is one of affairs of my Rabb. وَمَا أُوتِيتُم مِّنَ الْعِلْمِ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. So it is also connected to knowledge. So the knowledge that Ibrahim was given, the knowledge that Musa was giving, all this knowledge is from the consciousness of God, and it is from this affair of min amri Rabbi. Now note here, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الروح. He didn't say, قُلِ الروح مِنْ أَمْرِ رَبَّنَا. And he didn't say قُلِ الروح مِنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. He said, مِنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّي. Why? Because really, each one, when you come on earth, you come with your own consciousness, with your own individuated unit of consciousness. You also come with your own contract. You come also with your own purpose. And that's why here, Musa is realizing his purpose is very, you know, in a way, is very challenging. So he is asking, I need another associate. And I'm asking to be my brother Harun. That's the Amr. وَأَشْرِكْهُ فِي أَمْرِي. So I do have a purpose here. I do have a contract, and I need some support. So the minute he said, I need some support, look at the answer came so quick. قال قد أوتيت سؤلك يا موسى. You were given your request. Can that teach you a lesson? Whenever you feel a calling, how hard is it to say, I feel this calling, I feel this my purpose, I feel this is my, my job. Oh, Tamara, welcome back. We missed you, you and Eamon. So I feel this is my calling, this is my job. And you can feel everyone around you is not getting it. So why do you keep asking people to help you? So go and ask Allah to bring the people that help you. So Musa could have gone and said, oh, Harun, I have a mission. I have a purpose. I want you to be by my side. And that's what we tend to do as a human. But guess what? The Quran is teaching us, if you come to realization that you have a task, just ask and it is given. That's a law. Nobody can deny it. Ask and it is given. We did it so many times from Surah Al-Baqarah, if you remember. But what I like about this dua of Ibrahim is he is asking for ashrikhu fi amri. He was so specific in his request. So when you go to meditate, don't just go and say, I'm meditating, Allah will send me abundance, manifest abundance for me. You know, abundance is like very general. So you can go and say, God, I want more abundance. You can get more abundance of challenges if you're not specific. Okay? So you need to be very specific when you ask. I want more abundance of peace. I was more abundance of people that can support my purpose, that I feel this is my calling. So you see how Musa was very specific in his request. And then when he ended, that's what he was told. لَقَدْ أُوتِيتَ سُؤْلَكَ يَا مُوسَى. You were given your request. So far, so good. Any comments on this? I just wanted to bring it so to your attention when the area of Surah Al-Isra. I'm connecting them both to tell you it's related to purpose and calling. And everybody came with a purpose and calling. Unless you are a very, very new soul who's just coming here to start to learn what does it mean to be on earth. Okay, so now we're going to get to, after he told him, قَالَ قَدْ أُوتِيتَ سُؤْلَكَ يَا مُوسَى, on verse 36, we move to verse 37. Now it's reminding him what he's given him before. وَلَقَدْ مَنَنَّا عَلَيْكَ مَرَّةً أُخْرَى. And truly, certainly, we graced you another time. Now he's going to go and tell him what he did before. إِذْ أَوْحَيْنَا إِلَى أُمِّكَ مَا يُوحَى. So he's reminding him before he was even born. So basically, it's reminding him that I answered the prayers of your mom before you came. And that's what I just said. Allah will answer whatever you ask. So his mother was inspired. And now inspired with what? And here everything is colors. So why? أن اقضي فيه في التابوت. So I translated اقضي فيه to convey him. I could not put cast like they say or throw him. في التابوت. Tabut, it's a word we'll do later. I'm just going to do word by word in this verse just to tell you you cannot just take any translation. فقد فيه. So this word and this word are the same. في اليم. Okay, now we're going to have to also find what is the word yem means. And here you can see, like I put intention, and you're going to say, what? Yem is intention? Yeah, I'm going to explain it. فَلْيُلْقِهِ. Now they translate يُلْقِهِ as throw or cast, which is they make it look like it's اقذفيه. الْيَمُّ بِالسَّاحِل. I left ساحل as is to explain it. يأخذه عدو لي وعدو له. He will be what? Taken. يأخذ is to take. And adu is challenge. Now, there are two things here. It's not only one. If it was only one challenge, he would have said, by the Arabic rules of the Quranic Arabic rules, he would have said, عدو لي وله. But he added another word, adu. So there are two different challenges here. وألقيت, I put it in green to tell you, it's the same word. And I'm putting ألقيت, delivered. But I'm going to show with you everything, why I'm translating it this way. عليك محبة مني, and I delivered upon you love from me. I cannot put cast, because usually cast goes for something physical. But here, محبة, love, is not physical. ولتصنع على عيني. So basically, he's reminding him, your entire life is planned. وَلِتُصْنَعَ. So yes, he has free will. Again, I keep telling you this when we talked about many times for the past 5 years, we come with the free will, but we also come with some exit points, death points, when we did Surah Fatir. And we said, if you don't die in this point, you may die in this point. That's part of the contract. We also come, each one has a different purpose. But Musa's purpose was known from the beginning. That's why the ayah, it says here, وَلِتُصْنَعَ عَلَى عَيْنِي. So you're going to be formed by my supervision. So let's get now to understand those translations, where they're coming from. So what I did for you, I put vocab word. You're going to do filling the gap after I explain, which is already here. It's just as a homework to remember. اقذفيه, the root word is قذف. ألقيت is لقي. يرمي is رمى. اطرحوه is طرح. فأسقط is سقط. Why I'm adding those two? Because after the class last week, I was meditating. I really need to understand the meaning. I'm asking, just like Musa. There is nothing wrong by asking. Where am I heading? Can I get more guidance? And then Tahir, how should I call it? Tahir, is he Tahir here? Did he log in? Yeah. Tahir made a comment the very first time when we did TaHa. He said, there is a sheikh. I said, okay, can you just send me that sheikh? So I'm listening to the sheikh. He's a very good speaker. But he is translating that cast the stick. He doesn't say cast. He said drop. So I went to look at the drop in the Qur'an because I know it's not cast. So I found, which is here, to cast something, to drop something in the Quran is saqat. What I'm trying to tell you now, all these words are from the same family, but they're different from each other. That takes me to tell you a story of asked and it is given. So when I was expecting Manal is in the class here. So you're talking Manal turned 26, so which means 27 years ago. 27 years ago, there is this scholar, his Arab scholar from Iraq. And because of the war in Iraq, he moved to Dubai as a refugee in Dubai. But he had that skill of analyzing the words, what he called his program or his research, he called it the family words, but then there is a difference in each one in the Quran, and he was proving himself with the sound of the letters, and at the same time with the verse, the context of the verse. But I was expecting a baby. I had 3 kids in the house already. So do you think I was able to follow him? I could not. But I asked for his information, and I called him. And he said, whenever you need help, just call me, because I said, you come on TV at the worst time. Kids are coming from school. At that time, we didn't have cell phone or recording or none of that. So I told him, you come on TV at the worst time when my kids are, going crazy. And, can you imagine Abdullah Miko, just teenagers coming from school with Miriam, a baby. Then I delivered Manal, I'm nursing. But what he did, he told me, this thing anybody can do. You don't have to see my program. But if you need anything, you can call me whenever. So I was talking him with one day, and I told him, I wish I'm like you. You analyze each word. And he said, I'm aging, I may die. But he said, you can ask God. And he told me this verse of Musa then. He said, just like Musa asked, you can ask God to make you that type. So when I was going through the vocabulary this week, that instant came back to my mind. I said, yes, it took a long time because I had to go through the kids and all of that life. But the request was answered. Here I am analyzing each word, okay? And of course, he didn't die, but he disappeared because he said Muawiyah was never Muslim. And if you say that in a Sunni place like Dubai, you're going to disappear and nobody knows what happened to him. So that's a real life example in front of you that I applied that verse with the guidance of that sheikh. So I'm going to show you how I'm applying it today, so you can see there is no way you can translate them, cast or throw. But your homework is to go and look in the Quran later when I send you the document, and you'll find they always translate them, cast and throw. In Surah Al-Anbiya, you'll find this verse, بَلْ نَقْذِفُ بِالْحَقِّ عَلَى الْبَاطِلِ. You cannot say, I cast, okay, because this is the truth, it's non-physical. So you say, but we convey the truth against falsehood. And who's doing this is the MLA. So we don't even see the MLA. So it is non-physical act. In Surah Al-Ahzab, you'll find this ayah. وأنزل الذين ظاهروهم من أهل الكتاب من صياصيهم وقذف, see the same word, قذف, في قلوبهم الرعب. So this is the same word قذف, but what did he put in their hearts? He conveyed terror in their hearts. So you see, it's non-physical. I'm putting it subjective, non-physical. So the word قذف can never be in objective if you follow it in the entire Quran. It's always subjective. It's never physical. In Surah Al-Imran, there is the ayah that says, سَنُلْقِي فِي قُلُوبِ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا الرُّعْبَ. So you see, it's the same thing, but instead of putting قَذَفَ, he put نُلْقِي. So here I translated convey, here I translated deliver. And why? Of course, I can show you here. I started to use Mr. AI a little. So I went here to look what is the difference between convey and deliver. So it goes with what I am seeing in the surah based on the context. So like I said, I did a very thorough research about it. Otherwise, I will not be speaking. Last week, I was not sure. I said I need time. In Surah An-Nisa, and this is very beautiful to tell you that alqa can never be physical here in entire Quran. Ya Ahl al-Kitab la taghdu fi dinikum. This is the ayah we did about Maryam. Do not exaggerate in your religion. And I forgot to change this, put it system in your system. Okay? And do not say about Allah, usually I put Allah, I will fix it later, except the truth. The Messiah, Jesus, the Son of Mary, is the messenger of God, and its word that it delivered to Maryam. So we don't cast words, but we can deliver words. إِلَى مَرْيَمْ وَرُوحٌ مِّنْهُ, and a spirit from it, our consciousness. So this is the word قَذَفَ and أَلْقَى. Now we have the word يَرْمِي. There is an ayah وَمَا رَمَيْتَ إِذْ رَمَيْتَ. And here the other ayah in Nisa, وَمَنْ يَكْسِبْ خَطِيئَةً, a mistake, أَوْ إِثْمًا ثُمَّ يَرْمِي بِهِ. So then cast it upon. So this you can take it as, I put casts here just to tell you, I'll rather put a throw, because you can throw non-physical, but you can I didn't know what to put here. That's the word I said, you're going to help me to translate it, yarmi. But look at the context. It is a sin. And it bothers me to see everything is translated cast, so I left it here. But it's a subjective, non-physical reality. So you can help me with that. In Surah Ash-Shura, okay, فَأَسْقِطْ عَلَيْنَا كِسَفًا مِنَ السَّمَاءِ إِن كُنْتَ مِنَ الصَّادِقِينَ. This is the word drop, because the sheikh that Tahir sent me to, he translate alqi as a drop, but the Quran use asqit as a drop. So that was not the right translation to alqi asak. In Yusuf, اقتلوا يوسف أو اطرحوه أرضا. This is really to throw him on the earth, on the land. So to me, all these verses are proving to me it's exactly what that sheikh was doing. We're talking 30 years ago. He was looking at the words that are from the same family, but they are different based on physical, non-physical, based on the context. Okay, so you see, all these words could be easily translated as cast or throw. So we cannot take for granted when Allah told Musa, وَمَا تِلْكَ بِيَمِينِكَ, and he said, Asaya, and then we say, Alqi, we have to take it like cast or stick. So we need to find the word alqa, what it means. We also need to find the word asa, what it means. Is it really a stick or something different? So are you following with me so far, so good? All these verses I said, and nobody has a question or a comment? Come on. Go ahead, Bader.
Just a minor question. If you could just elaborate a little bit more on do not exaggerate in your system. I
لا
just may have
تغلوا
missed
في
that.
دينكم, like basically what we do. Like the Quran says, يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر. So the Quranic system is easy, life is easy. But come the religious people that took the leadership, I'm your priest, I'm your imam, I'm your rabbi, and they start to exaggerate. You have to do this for Allah to put you in heaven. This is haram, this is halal, this is haram, this is... And everything becomes a haram. Even breathing becomes a haram. And then you find women, poor women, especially women, for her to even go cut her eyebrows, she has to call a sheikh. Is it halal or haram? Come on, give me a break. So that's where لا تغلوا في دينكم. The system, the Quranic system, is very easy. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Okay, مالك يوم الدين. So the system is very easy by Allah. But man come and twist it and make it very hard. Okay, like they made it hard for us to comprehend the story of Miriam. How did she get pregnant and there is no man? But with time, you go back and you find the Quran tells you, no, she's just a human like you. And now Musa walks with a stick that become, a big serpent. We're trying to see, was it really serpent? Or where Musa can never be a role model to us? Or was it something where Musa can be a role model, just like Maryam and Isa? That's what I'm trying to do here.
Okay. No, that's very helpful, and yeah, you can lose the entire essence of your way if you exaggerate your system.
Exactly. And then you start to say, I can't do it. I
Yeah.
just
No, I'm
can't
seeing it
do
with my kids because they're very worried about getting all the things right. And I'm like, you can get all the things right and still miss everything.
And the whole purpose of this experience on earth is to learn and to grow. So when you cannot do something that the prophets did, they cannot be example for you. And where I'm getting this is from the ayah that says, قُلْ لَوْ كَانَ فِي الْأَرْضِ مَلَائِكَةٌ. If the earth has ملائكة, لو كان ملائكة يمشون في الأرض, walking on earth, لأرسلنا عليهم ملكا رسولا. So But if you are human, the prophet must be a human. And if he's a human, he's going to experience life just like you. So you can have him as a role model. But if he's not a human, if he does something that no one else can do, then there is a question mark. I mean, that's where I am getting to. So far, so good. You understood that alqa cannot be a physical because the physical is the last two verses. Like the last two verses only in that document that are showing alqa has like the two words, the only two words in the Quran that exist in the Quran that they deal with the physical thing are those two in the Shu'ara. So taraha and saqata. But in the story of Musa, the Quran never used taraha, he used it in Yusuf, never used saqata, he used it in Muhammad. But he used a lot qadafa wa laqiya. Rama was used with Muhammad as well. وما رميت إذ رميت ولكن الله رمى. That's in the war. When Muhammad thought like he did well in the war, the Quran is telling him, we did it for you. So they did it, which means it's a non-physical. But anyway, so basically here, I'm facing these two words that in the entire Quran, and I'm asking you to go and do your research. Read whenever you find qadafa and laqiya, you never find it physical. It's always non-physical. But we keep, oh, why did I stop sharing? So we'll keep going to see where we're heading. So we'll get back to the ayah of waqdi fihi when he is talking to his mother. So I'm trying to continue because I can't give any information or any conclusion until I show you every word. أنقضي فيه في التابوت. So we need to know what is a tabut. This word tabut came in the Quran only twice. This word tabut does not exist. Tabut does not exist in Maqayis. Does not exist in those early dictionary. So you can't find it. So how do you know the meaning then of this tabut? That's why I kept it tabut. But we'll see where in the other ayah, and that's what I learned from that Iraqi sheikh. He said, take all the words in the Quran, that's the tartil, and then look at every ayah that they came in to see the context before you even go to the dictionary. So I went to the dictionary. There is no word tabut in the dictionary. So let's see it in another ayah. It appears in Surah Al-Baqarah in the story of Talut. وَقَالَ لَهُمْ نَبِيُّهُمْ. So the prophet of the Bani Israel is talking to them. إِنَّ اللَّهَ قَدْ بَعَثَ لَكُمْ طَالُوتَ. Indeed, Allah truly brought out Talut, okay, as a king, Malikan, as a king. قالوا, they said, how can he have ownership over us? Like he's the king, he owns the decisions, al-mulk. Al-mulk is the ownership. So he owns the decisions, he owns every, soldier there, whatever. وَنَحْنُ أَحَقُّ بِالْمُلْكِ مِنْهُ. Look at how they think, the Bani Israel. We have more right, than him. And what is the excuse? We have more right than him because he doesn't have money. It says, وَلَمْ يُؤْتَ سُعَةً مِنَ الْمَالِ. So he was not approached by expensive wealth. So he's a poor man. قَالَ, the prophet here, إِنَّ اللَّهَ اصْطَفَاهُ. But Allah has selected him. عَلَيْكُمْ, upon you. وَزَادَهُ, and increased him. بَسْطَةً فِي الْعِلْمِ وَالْجِسْمِ. So he has a healthy body and he has knowledge. وَاللَّهُ يُؤْتِي مُلْكَهُ مَن يَشَاءُ. But Allah is given his ownership to whom he wills. وَاللَّهُ وَاسِعٌ عَلِيمٌ. وَقَالَ لَهُمْ نَبِيُّهُمْ. Also he told them, إِنَّ آيَةَ مُلْكِهِ, the sign of his ownership, أَن يَأْتِيَكُمُ التَّابُوتُ. It will approach you with the tabut. The tabut has what? فيه سكينة. Did you ever heard of a box that has tranquility? Now we're going to start at the question, the meaning that they said that tabut is a box. Did you ever have learned that a box has tranquility? من ربكم. So that was my question this week. But we're going to get to another thing. وَبَقِيَّ مِمَّا تَرَكَ آلَ مُوسَى. Okay, so they're going to bring what was left from Al-Musa, the family of Musa and Harun. This tabut تحمله الملائكة. Did you see another ayah we did before? That what do malaika carry? تحمل العرش. Were you ever able to see the arsh? The same word تحمله Maryam when she had to carry the task. Was it something subjective or objective? What do you say, guys? إن في ذلك لآية لكم إن كنتم مؤمنين. So these are the only two places that they have the word tabut. We need Nasri here because he loves those stories.
I have a stupid comment. I've heard about some Tabut-e-Sakina that is somewhere in Jerusalem that's buried somewhere. I don't know. I've heard that, but I don't know. I mean, I am very ignorant.
I can't not say I have knowledge, or I can say you guys are ignorant because I'm discovering those verses like you. But what do you think? How can we find the meaning of tabut if they don't have it in Maqayis?
I always wondered, like, they buried something and nobody's found it and they're looking for it.
But it says تحمله الملائكة. When the
I never,
ملائكة
I
تحمل
never
العرش,
looked for it.
is
I'm
it
just saying.
buried? Make the connection of the word تحمله الملائكة. That's what can help you. Do you think the malaika will carry something physical? Al-Arsh is not physical. So the tabut must be something not physical, in my opinion. But I said, like, we need Iqbal and Tahir. I mean, Tahir, Iqbal and Nasri, they have their AI Sheikh. What the AI Sheikh is saying, I tried to look for it, tabut. It just always come back to a box. So someone programmed the chat GPT, or someone, they programmed chat GPT, the story of Moses. So, but if you start to decode the word for word, that's not what I see. Go ahead,
Is it
Nasri.
is it
Oh,
connected to the word tawbah at
it
all?
could be, but tabut. So I did not want to come up with any meaning for it for now. I left it tabut. But what do you say, Nasri? You have a Sheikh AI.
I don't know. I'll have to look into it, but it's interesting that it goes back to box, considering there is a box that's part of a tradition that they call the saffron that they put on their foreheads, which is the black box or the black cube. But I don't know if it's anything related to that because
It could be related to who gave us that meaning.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm wondering. It's interesting though. We'll have to dig in and see.
Yeah,
The Ark of the Covenant, is that the
that's what they
That's an,
say.
yeah.
And
that's
then
another.
that's another translation. But in the Arabic, I can share with you, Maqayis. I mean, I can work on it because, like, this Surah TaHa, I never thought I'm going to get engaged in Surah TaHa and this is going to make me working that hard. This Surah TaHa is maybe the surah that is taking all my time, but I can go to Maqayis and show you. Where is Maqayis here? I'm trying to find in Maqayis. I looked for tabut. You can go to the ta. Come on. Where is Maqayis? Okay. Let me share this, and then from here, maybe I can go. I'm going here, Maqayis. Oh, I moved so far in my research. I'm already at the word talqaf when they say the snake is eating everything. I was like, really? So, talqaf ma sana'u. Okay, so you go to ta. So you have tabba, where, and you have tawab for tawbah, what Tamara just said. Where is tawa? Tawab? تفحى, taqi, talla, talah, but there is no tabut. You see, there is tawal, there is tawab, but they don't have tabut. Tawab, it just says you return. But if you look at maqayis, you cannot find the word tabut. So I was into the lama. Basically, I have to find it either in the Aramic Assyrian language, and which I'm studying, so I can go look there, because we said there are so many words that are coming from that, from the Aramaic. So I'm gonna work on it. But the key for me, and if you focus on the area, because sometimes you understand the word just by focusing on the area. The key word for me is تحمله الملائكة. Because if you look at what is malaika always holding, they hold either al-arsh, which is the blueprint, or they hold, like with Maryam, they hold Amr. But all of that is not physical. But what also got my attention is the word sakina. So basically, in this tabut, there is tranquility for you. So we'll stay with a question mark about tabut, and we're going to have to keep it as tabut. But we know the description of tabut is it has tranquility. I cannot put, honestly, if I am supposed to put this translation out to public, I will never be able to put box. Okay? This is how I am. I cannot put something that I see, you can't find it in the dictionary as box. Just like talqa. I cannot put it alqi. I cannot put it as a cast or throw or whatever. I have to keep it as deliver, because we say, even in the regular Arabic, Tamara, what do you say back home? You and Karima, you are both Arab. Back home, when we say someone is going to deliver like a sermon or a khutbah, don't we say, yulqi muhadara, alqa khutbah, alqa muhadara?
Yes, correct. I was struggling with the word Rama. I mean, because we use that in the language as throw. So
Yeah.
to me, that one, I mean, it's,
Yeah,
it's
I was like also the same thing. I was like, in the Arabic language, we usually use Rama as like, so all you do is you go, are you following? Do you see Ma'ani here now? Are you able to see Ma'ani? What are you guys seeing? Do you see Al-Fatiha here?
Yes.
Okay, so all you have to do, that's what I did yesterday. You go to the word Ra-ma, and you put search. You're going to get every ayah that has the word Rama. And you realize, like I did, which is just this week I realized, that Rama never came as physical. You have قَتَلَهُمْ وَمَا رَمَيْتَ إِذْ رَمَيْتَ, who's Allah talking. And Allah is not physical. وَمَنْ يَكْسِبْ خَطِيئًا, that's the ayah I brought. أَوْ إِثْمًا ثُمَّ يَرْمِي بِهِ بَرِيئًا. So that's also non-physical. الَّذِينَ يَرْمُونَ الْمُحْصَنَاتِ, like, you attack women by saying, not women, but muhsan, someone who's muhsan. الَّذِينَ يَرْمُونَ أَزْوَاجَهُم. Okay, it's not physical. You go and you say something not right about them. إِنَّهُ لَمِنَ الصَّادِقِينَ الْفَاسِقُونَ. إنها ترمي بشرر, that's about Jahannam, fire. Okay, so what is it doing? ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل, and we did Surah Al-Fil. Like when we did, it's not really a stone. The word hijara is not stone. I did it when I did Surah Al-Fil. I said hijara is the opposite of teen, is opposite of stone, of softness. So basically, what you come to realize when you go to the Qur'an, you'll realize, no, I need to dig to every ayah. You cannot just say, oh, this is what we use back home, because the Qur'an is speaking with the language that came to the people that had their own language, and they were speaking their language. So you have to go back to that language. Okay? Now language is developed. We're talking about 1,500 years later. So anyway, I cannot translate it. I kept it as is, deliver. But inshallah, I came to the conclusion, I put all of them together. The only thing I could not conclude is what translation for the word tabut. But I came to the conclusion of alqi is deliver, okay? Now, another word we did not discover before we go, فَقْدِ فِيهِ فِي الْيَمِّ. This is going to shock you. What is yammi? Is from Yemen. We did this. We did that root word before, but I wanted to show it to you.
You said on the right.
No, that's Yamin and Yemen. I'm talking about Yemen. We did it before when I went. I wanted to find it for you so you can see it on Maqayis. When we did tayammum, okay? When I did tayammum, I told you the root word of tayammum when we did ayat al-wudu is Yemen. But I wanted to just take you to see it again. So I'm trying to just get it out and show it to you. And even Emily, as she was helping to translate, she was like, I can't keep up with all these changes, Fatma, that they are doing to the Quran. I told her, well, I can't keep up either. Yemen. And the ayah says, فَأَلْقِهِ فِي الْيَمْ. So you see, Maqayis has yam. Okay, what is saying in here? كلمة تدل على قصد الشيء وتعمده. قصد الشيء وتعمده. Go translated. It tells you intention, purpose, and aim for something. This is, I'm directly taking it from Maqayis for you. I'm showing you Maqayis. So you cannot tell me yam is, and here is the ayah. فَتَيَمَّمُوا صَعِيدًا طَيِّبًا. They also bring to you the ayah. It's used in the ayah of tayammum. So why they are translating it as see? So you see how every word will stop you to question. So you don't blame me if it's taking me too long to do one ayah. Are you figuring it out? Why it's taking too long? Okay, so we'll continue. So there's so many clues now. So we have this tabut has sakina, tranquility. It's one of its descriptions. We have aqdi fihi. What did I translate aqdi fihi? Convey. Okay. And then faqdi fihi fil yam. There is here a direction. There is here a purpose. There is here an intention. Maybe purpose will be better for yam than intention. فَلْيُلْقِهِ الْيَمُّ. His purpose will take him to Sahil. Now another word, Sahil. Okay, I will tell you what I found for Sahil. And it was just shocking me. Sahal. Sahal, the translation of it on Maqayis, I cannot keep proving it to you, but you can find it. In English, it's facilitating and expediting something. Basically, facilitating something. So this purpose will be getting some facilitation. By facilitation, what's this facilitation? Is he will be taken by a challenge. Someone who's challenging me and him. So you can see, like, if you start to look at it this way, you start to deviate of the story they put. But we'll keep going. We'll keep going. This is TaHa 39. Let's go to TaHa 40. He keeps saying, "Itamshi ukhtuka," because you're going to find the secrets based on the context. I also am working with Surah Al-Naml and Al-Qasas and the Shu'ara because they have the story of Musa there. So me, I'm working on both sides to come and bring the puzzle here. So when your sister walks, فَتَقُولُ هَلْ أَدُلُّكُمْ عَلَى مَنْ يَكْفُلُهُ. Okay, so the word kafala is like in Isa, is in like Maryam. كفلها Zakaria. So usually kafala is not really at the early childhood. It comes later. That's what I discovered when I digged on the word kafala. So it comes later, but let's put it there and see. فَرَجَعْنَاكَ إِلَى أُمِّكَ كَيْ تَقَرَّ عَيْنُهَا. We returned you to your mom. وَلَا تَحْزَنْ. وَقَتَلْتَ نَفْسًا. And you killed someone. So maybe here we start to see the clues of عَصِيَّة and عَصَى. وَقَتَلْتَ نَفْسًا فَنَجَّيْنَاكَ مِنَ الْغَمِّ. But we saved you. وَفَتَنَّاكَ فُتُونًا. So Musa's life was all fitna after fitna. فَلَبِثْتَ سِنِينَ فِي أَهْلِ مَدْيَنَ. So here is Allah is reminding Musa what he went through, but he is saying all of that was predestined. على قدر يا موسى. Like he told him earlier, وَلِتُصْنَعَ عَلَى عَيْنِي. وَلِتُصْنَعَ عَلى عَيْنِي. So I wanted to show you and share with you the word asa. And I'm not going to put the puzzle together. I just let you think about it. We don't have school the next 2 Sundays, which is very good. You'll have enough time to meditate and to ask and to think and to learn, you do what I have been doing. But when I saw this about asa, let me share it with you, and you can see it with your own eyes. The word asa. Mr. Maqais, here is the root word, and he is telling you the word asa, the root word of asa. He's telling you, Mr. Maqais, and if you look carefully, it says it does have 2 roots, this word asa. One is at-tajammu', like a group, and the other is al-furqa. So this is really the root word, what it means. That's what it says. And I'm going to put it to translate if you can see it. It says one signifies unity and the other signifies separation. Toward the end, which I loved when he brought home, he brought Abu Ubaid. Now, Abu Ubaid was the very first dictionary person in the time of the Sahaba. They killed him, by the way. They did not care about him because he stood up toward the end of his life. He was meeting the Sahaba. He's a tabi'i. He came in the year before 100. He was young before the 100. And he died in the year 130 something. What is he saying? وَأَصْلُ الْعَصَى الْإِجْتِمَاعُ وَالْإِئْتِلَافِ. That's what he is saying. The root word of al-asa is gathering. Okay, al-i'tilaf. Remember when he said, Inni anastu nara, al-i'tilaf. And he said, wal-asl al-akhar, that's Abu Ubaid who's saying this, al-isyanu wal-ma'siyah. So this is a group of people, okay, that feel comfortable with each other, and also there is al-ma'siyah. They're gonna oppose. وهو عاصي. Look what he said. وهو عاصي للجماعة. They're gonna oppose another group. This is the word asa in the meaning by Abu Ubaid. Abu Ubaid came 200 years before Ibn Faris. You can go Google this information if it's to the public. I have the tafsir of Abu Ubaid. I downloaded. He was the very first tafsir that started in the world after the death of the Prophet, after the fitna, after the wars. Tafsir Abu Ubaid al-Muthanna. Then the guy was like tortured. They didn't even, anyone wanted to go to his janazah except his own family. And after that, they didn't talk about the tafsir lughawi, the linguistic tafsir, and they waited 300 years more to start the Tabari, where they can put any box they want to put and any belief they want to put. But what I loved about Maqais, at least he still bring Abu Ubaidah. When I saw Abu Ubaidah, I was kind of like, thank you. Now, I'm meditating over the talking of Abu Ubaidah. And ask and it is given. I had this book since I would say when I bought this book, maybe I didn't even have Maryam. I only had maybe the boys. I had this book in Arabic. And sometimes when you start to read a book, you read the beginning, but you don't finish all the way to the end. So you see where I have this piece of paper? I was guided to go read the last pages of this book. And guess what I found here? This book was written by Ibn al-Arabi, by the way. Guess what I found in these last pages? Ibn al-Arabi talking about the asa of Musa. And he said he doesn't think it's a stick as much as he believes it's a group of people. And he is also talking, it could be telling you something something else. Something else that I'm reading and I'm seeing his point of view versus what I was feeling myself when I was looking. I liked how Nasri said last time it has to do with the hasa of Musa himself when he killed that person, his own sin. And then he had to go through that journey to be in Midian all these years. And then he's coming back and he met another group of people. So I'm trying to put all this together with the other surahs to see the big picture. So I don't have an answer for you again, just like last Sunday. No answers again. But it is good, the collective. You know, like Delia said in the first time in the group of teachers, she said, like, I see Asa could be like Maryam said, Yahya said in the ayah, وَمَا كُنْتُ جَبَّارٍ عَصِيًّا. So she said, I see it as asiya, like as masiya, as a mistake, as just, she said it naturally by comparing it with the Surah Maryam. And you see now Maqayis tells you the same thing. Hasa is ma'asiyah. Hasa is a jama'ah that commit a sin, a mistake. So it's a collective mistake. So we're going to see. It's not like a mistake. I would say collective opposition. Like, yani, I should not asi Allah, but I have the right to asi the tyrant or Pharaoh. So I think here there is the masiyah toward Pharaoh, not toward Allah. That's what I think. What do you guys think? And we'll end, and I won't see you for 2 Sundays to give you time to come with an answer. And maybe I'll come with an answer. We'll see.
The fact that he says mahashash fihi about his asiya, so that kind of gives a hint to agrees with what you're saying in terms of the jama'ah. Maybe they're doing something to relax themselves or something. I don't know. Right? So, but it is a hint.
We should start to just think. Like, I have that feeling. It cannot be stick. I started to let go of the idea of a stick, of the idea of snake. And I tell you why I started to feel it's not snake. In Surah Al-Shu'ara, it says that Thu'ban, it doesn't call it Hayya, it talks about Thu'ban, but it says that Thu'ban يلقف ما يؤفكون. يؤفكون is كذب, is lies, and laqaf is not to eat. So it was not taking all those sticks and putting them, the snake was taking them. No, that's what I said. When I opened Maqayis, you saw the word laqaf. And you can go and look for the word laqaf in Maqayis. And you find it's not swallowing. So you see, like Brother Abdullah started the class today telling me it's very challenging, very difficult. So it's worth to pay me $20 per hour, huh?
Wait, quick question for you. So we're saying that the stick potentially is not a stick, correct?
Potentially.
So I'm curious to see how that plays out because doesn't
Ibn
what we
Ibn
read?
Arabi,
Yeah.
Ibn Arabi, you can see the author here, Muhyiddin Ibn Arabi. Ibn Arabi is saying it's not a stick. So at least I found an old scholar who said it was not just Fatma's. It was not even me. It was Delia who said, Asa here is not a stick. I said, I think so. So, but me, all my questions that I asked you guys and I asked the teachers, I started to bring to my field, when there is a collective questions, when there is a collective request, the information will come. Me, I was shocked that I did not open this book. I would tell you since Maryam was not even born. Because once I read a book, I think I know what's in it. I think I know, unless someone comes and asks me, did you ever read that book? I say, oh yeah, but I will go and check it. But when I was meditating, can I get a guidance? Is it asa a stick or does it have another meaning? This book popped up to my mind out of nowhere. And when something comes out of nowhere, it means you didn't think of it. It means it's giving to you. It's a nudge. So when I saw Ibn al-Arabi doesn't see it as this, then I said like, oh, I see.
So I'm curious how that plays out in the rest of the story, because doesn't the story of Musa go that he goes and
Yeah,
confronted
that's what I said.
by the
We,
magicians and everything?
yeah, because that's the next part of TaHa, Tahir, TaHa, Tahir.
Okay, okay.
That's the next part of TaHa. So we will have to find the truth in TaHa itself. But with you, I'm only doing TaHa. So you can see here, if I share with you the document, with you, I'm going to only cover TaHa. So you see TaHa will go and how it plays when he sees Fir'aun and all of that. But this is all TaHa. I still didn't even put the translation. So I'm doing all that with you. But by myself, when I sit to meditate, to ask, I'm getting all the surahs that's the tartil. I'm getting a Naml, I'm looking at Al-Qasas, I'm looking at the Shu'ara, I'm looking at even the very first surah that mentioned them, Surah Al-A'la, Suhuf Ibrahim wa Musa. So why Ibrahim didn't have a snake and Musa had a snake? So I'm basically going to every surah before I come talking. You see what I mean? So we will figure it out. I'm not saying I did figure this, but what I'm happy with is at least like Nasri and Delia, both of them brought the word Asa could be related to him. Asa could be a Masiya. And then I said, like, okay, that's what I'm also thinking about. But now two other people said that it could be a collective information. Let's dig about it. But I didn't even dig. I meditated. I received the book. Just go check the book. I found Ibn al-Arabi, Muhyiddin. Like they call him a Sheikh al-Akbar. Okay? By the way, look, it is called Al-Shaykh al-Akbar, the greatest sheikh in the history of Islam. He is saying Asa is not a physical stick. And guess what? He relates it to even like, I was shocked how he relates also the story of Al-Khidr, Al-Abd al-Salih with Musa. Like basically anything that Al-Abd al-Salih did, it is trying to remind Musa that you made that too, but you don't see your mistake. You only see it in others in a way. When he said, قَتَلَ نَفْسًا, Musa already قَتَلَ نَفْسًا, so he was like, I was like, oh my gosh, Ibn al-Arabi is amazing. I did Al-Abd al-Salih and Musa many, many, many times, but I didn't think of that point. Like I saw, like he also showed the points that I was guided to of I wanted, we wanted, and I found it there. I was shocked. I said, okay, that means I'm okay. I'm on the right path. But he said everything he did not like that Al-Abd did, he himself, Musa, did. So we always point the finger to the other, but not to the self. But you're growing, Musa, from your mistakes, and that's how you became a prophet. So allow the others to make mistakes in a way. He was trying to teach him that. And allow the others to learn from their own mistakes. It's amazing. Okay, so this book is amazing. I will finish it the next 2 weeks. We have a break. So I'm not, I feel under pressure sometimes from Sunday to Sunday, and here comes another Sunday, and Fatma did not download what you guys need, but I have 2 weeks off. So I'll come back, inshallah, in December with a better picture. Now, another thing Baba can tell you, so I can tell you we're guided toward the meaning, the true meaning. Lawrence, remember before I left how your nephew Stephen came and gave me some books in English. I thought like, okay, it's a gift from Stephen. Let me just put them in the bag. I felt bad. I didn't want to leave them in New York. I brought them with me. I never looked at those books because Stephen is just trying to discover Islam. So to me, it's like, I'm sure he's reading what I already know. So you see how we dismiss. So when I read the book of Ibn al-Arabi, I went to look, guided to just look at that bag from Stephen. And I found in that bag so much information that is going to help me to give a better conclusion to the story. So you never know how when you ask for something, which me, I asked Allah when I was, nursing Manal, can you help me and give me this knowledge and the ability to teach like that sheikh? But I forgot about it. I moved on in life. But then see, with time, you start to find when you ask, you're given. you know, you get the people that can help you, you get the books that can help you, you get everything that may help you. So I leave you with that harmonization in a way of just go ask Allah, and Allah is there, He's within you, He's not far from you, just like your ego, your shaitan is within you. On the other side, you have Allah with you. Okay? Thank you. See you all, inshallah. And say hi to Ayman. Tell him we missed him tomorrow.
He misses you as well. It's just been
Okay.
busy with the soccer season, but we'll get back into it, inshallah.
I'll send all the videos, and you can watch the video during the break. So you can come up with
I
another.
have.
You
I
can
have.
come up with the key.
It's been great. I
Okay.
loved, honestly, all the topics that you've covered. So
Okay. Thank you. Missed you all. See you.
thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thanks. Have a nice
Thank
Thanksgiving break.
you. Thank you.
Bye.
Assalamualaikum.
Bye.